Welcome to another Figuring Out Japan video, and in this video we're going to be talking about the prices and affordability of Lego, a topic that people love talking about. But I wanted to just focus the conversation on two sets that have recently been announced. As of the time of this video, they have not been released. And I just wanted to go through some stuff that I think would be really beneficial to people in the community. So the two sets that I'm going to focus on here are the Ahsoka Tano's Jewel on Peridia. This is a 382 piece set, and it will retail for I believe $55 US. These prices are in Australian dollars, so that's 90 Australian dollars. And the other set is the Desert Skiff and Sarlacc Pit, which is a 558 piece set, and that will retail for $80 US or 130 Australian dollars. Now, there's a lot of you sitting there going, I couldn't care less what the price in Australian dollars. The reason why I am showing this is because most of the time people quote Lego in US dollars, and it is misleading because a lot of customers around the world do not pay Lego in US dollars, and there is a markup, right? So as an example, $55 US as of the time of this video is $81.27 Australian. So let's call it 82, right? And yet Lego are charging $90. That's actually not too bad given some of the other sets they've done, but that's still a markup of 10%. And then if we look at the Sarlacc Pit, $80 US at the time of this video is $118.20 Australian. So again, you can see a markup of actually greater than, it's around about 10%, right? A markup of about 10%. So people that are complaining and saying, hey, this is an overpriced set in US dollars, it's even worse when you look at it in other currencies. Now, in terms of Lego affordability, there seems to be a rough rule to say that Lego prices should be around about 10 cents per piece. So that means that if you have a set that's, again, let's just round and say 400 pieces, then this set should retail for about $40 US. Now, obviously it depends on, well, what are those pieces? Are they unique? Are they rare? Things like minifigures, they have a lot of fine details and printing, so naturally they're going to cost more. What is the size of them? Sometimes you have things like rubber tires. Lego is the largest tire manufacturer in the world, fun little fact for you, or ship sails or something like that might cost more. So it's a very rough yardstick, but it's very easy to calculate. And it's just a good way to know, okay, roughly what ballpark should we be talking in terms of prices. And it seems like people in the Lego community agree that this should be, roughly a $40 US set. These are stickers, which is cheaper than prints. The pieces themselves, as you can see, they all look pretty small. They're pretty dull. They're pretty simple. There are 5 minifigures, and I believe some of these are unique, and some of the characters has never been made before. So, okay, you can say, yeah, $40 US, that seems like a fair price. So why is there such a big markup, right? And is that reasonable? And a similar argument with this one, right? 558 pieces, let's be generous, say it's a $60 US set. Why is it $80 US? So let's just think about this, right? Now, let me make clear, I am not affiliated with Lego in any way. I know it's pretty rare to hear that on YouTube nowadays. Not part of the Lego Ambassador Network, none of that, right? I am a consumer, I live in the real world like most of you watching this. But you got to remember that Lego is a company, and you can get philosophical about and say, well, Lego's objective is to make toys for kids and make people happy. But primarily, Lego's objective as a company, they're not a charity, is to make money. And we live in a capitalist society, right? We're all here to maximize our earnings potential. If you're earning 50 grand a year in your job and your colleague leaves and does exactly the same job at another company and they're earning $70,000, then you would go, hey, I'm going to leave this company and change my job and try and get 70,000. And so Lego are the same, right? They're going, hey, we could charge $40 for this, but we reckon if we put it at 45, people will pay 45, and people pay 45. So then the next time they have a $40 set, they'll say, we reckon we can charge 50. So they charge 50 and people buy for 50. And the pattern continues, right? They are profit maximizers. They're going to charge the maximum price that they feel that they can get away with. And I guarantee you, there'll be teams of people at Lego who do exactly that data analytics. So even if you look at a set like this, right, $80, if they sold 5 of these sets at $60, that's $300 in revenue, right? 60 times 5 is $300. But if they charge $80, they might say, we reckon 1 out of 5 customers will say, no, that's too expensive. I'm not going to spend $80 for this. But even if the other 4 customers do, well, 4 times 80 is $320. So now you're making more money and you're selling less sets. It's a win-win, right? And you're looking at going, okay, that's 1 less set, but they would make tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of this set. So if they make 20% less, you might be talking 20,000 less sets that they have to make. So that's a lot less employees they have to employ at the factories and, in distribution and just the paperwork and the maintenance, all the accounting. They're making more money and they're working less hard. So Lego will happily make that trade-off and say, yeah, we would much rather charge $80 and get 4 people to buy than charge $60 and get 5 people. Lego are profit maximizers. There is no rule, there is no law that says Lego must charge 10 cents per piece. So they could easily say, you know what, 382 piece set, we're going to charge $100. And people would still buy it. The question is how many people, right? And obviously there's a trade-off. And Lego is trying to find, hey, where is that balance where we can charge things as high as we can and get away with it? That's what they're trying to figure out. And then you get into the question is, well, ultimately, who decides that? And at first glance, you say, well, that's Lego's choice. Lego decide how much. There's nothing stopping Lego from saying, hey, we're going to charge $100 for a 382 piece set. Where else can you buy this? Nobody else makes a product like this. But the answer really is ultimately it lies with the consumer. Every time you purchase a Lego set, you're basically giving a vote. If Lego charged $60 for this set and you buy it for $60, you are giving a vote and you're saying to or $55, you're saying to Lego, hey, I am okay with buying this set for $55. So the next time Lego have a $40 set, they're going to charge you $60. Because last time you voted and you said, I'm willing to spend $55. And the process continues. So all these people that are online and complaining and calling Lego names, you're part of the problem if you pay top dollar for this. The other thing that you have to remember with Lego is they can always start high and drop their price. They can't go the other way around. If they price this for $40 and it flies off the shelf and the stores can't keep up with stock, Lego can't all of a sudden say, oh, actually, we're going to charge $55. No, they start at $55. They know there's a whole bunch of Star Wars fans. They know there's a whole bunch of Lego fans. They know there's a whole bunch of people who want to get the set as soon as they can and review it on YouTube. And there's a whole bunch of people who just impulse buy and buy anything and everything. And so there'll be a huge wave of people buying it for $55. Then they can start reducing their price. But they can't do the reverse. And believe me, impulse buying is a huge part of collectible business, and particularly Lego's business. That's why they have all these people doing their bidding in the Lego Ambassador Network, and they're very strict about when they upload those videos. They don't want to announce it 6 months prior and people will forget or get sick of waiting. They make sure they release the images, they make sure all the people in the Lego Ambassador Network get the videos up. There's a whole bunch of hype, everyone's talking about it. The set gets released, a whole bunch of people buy it, and then 2 weeks later nobody cares, right? It's on to the next thing. So, my advice to you is, if you have a problem with Lego prices, don't pay it. And if you're sitting there going, yeah, but I really want that set, I have to get it, just wait. Just wait. Even if you wait, a couple of months, even if you wait 6 months, you can get this really cheap. You can get it at retail really cheap. There'll be sales, there'll be discounts. There's a whole bunch of people who'll be selling it online, secondhand, unwanted gifts or impulse purchase or whatever. And you can get it much, much cheaper. Trust me, that's what I do. I never pay retail for Lego prices, for Lego sets. Because it's a rip-off. Let's call it what it is. And I know you're sitting there going, yeah, but I can't wait 6 months. But you just have to get yourself in that rhythm, right? So today you're buying sets that were released 6 months later and you're buying them cheaper. So the sets that come out today, you can buy them in 6 months later. So you can still have that joy of, hey, there's something new, there's something looking forward to, something you're purchasing and adding to your collection. You just have to be mature about it and responsible about it. So that's what I wanted to share in this video. I'm really keen on your thoughts as a consumer of Lego. Please leave a comment below. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.